My sister lied that I tried to seduce her husband at a family party. My own mother believed her and disowned me without listening. Now, that same cousin lost everything and begged for my help. But what I did next left her reeling and exposed a truth no one in my family was ready to face. I'm Riley, 22, and let me tell you, life hasn't exactly been handing me roses. I'm a barista at a small coffee shop in a nowhere town in Ohio, slinging lattes to pay off student loans for a degree I didn't finish. The smell of burnt espresso and the hum of the grinder are my world most days. It's not glamorous, but it's mine. Or it was. My mom, Diane, is a receptionist at a dental office, the kind of woman who keeps her life together with post-it notes and a death grip on control. She raised me alone after Dad left when I was 6, and I owe her everything. But sometimes I think she resents me for it, like I'm a reminder of every sacrifice she made. Still, we were okay, you know. Not perfect, but we had each other. Money was tight, always has been. Rent was eating up my paycheck, and Mom's wasn't much better. One night, over a greasy takeout pizza, she dropped the bomb. "You're moving in with Victoria," she said, not looking up from her plate. Victoria, my cousin, is 30, a journalist with a sharp tongue and a life that looks like it belongs on Instagram. She's got a nice house in the suburbs, a husband named Ethan who sells real estate and flashes a smile that could sell ice to penguins, and a kid, little Ava, who's 3 and obsessed with glitter. I barely knew them, but Mom insisted. "It's temporary. You'll save money. Help them out with Ava. Win-win." I didn't want to go. Victoria always made me feel small, like I was some charity case she was forced to tolerate. But Mom's voice had that edge, the one that says, "Don't argue." So I packed my bags, 2 duffels, and a backpack, and moved into their guest room. It smelled like lavender air freshener and had a twin bed that creaked like it was mocking me. I told myself I'd make it work. For Mom. The first few weeks were fine, awkward but fine. I watched Ava while Victoria and Ethan were at work, made mac and cheese, read her bedtime stories. Ethan was friendly, always asking about my day, cracking dumb jokes. Victoria, though, she'd watch me like a hawk, her eyes narrowing if I laughed too long at one of Ethan's stories. I brushed it off. She's just stressed, I thought. Big job, big house, big life. Then came the barbecue. It was one of those humid July evenings, the kind where the air sticks to your skin. Victoria and Ethan invited the whole family over. Mom, some aunts, uncles, cousins. The backyard was buzzing with kids running around, burgers sizzling on the grill. I was helping with the food, wearing this old sundress I'd had since high school. Ethan handed me a beer, grinning. "You're a lifesaver, Riley. Don't know how we'd manage without you." I smiled, said thanks, and went back to flipping burgers. Innocent, right? Just a moment, a nothing moment. And Victoria saw it differently. Later that night, she cornered me in the kitchen, her arms crossed, voice low and venomous. "You think you can just bat your eyes at my husband?" I froze, the dish towel in my hand suddenly feeling like a lifeline. "What? No, Victoria, I stammered, but she cut me off. "Don't play dumb. I saw you." Smiling, giggling like some desperate teenager. I tried to explain, but she just walked away, leaving me standing there, heart pounding. Thought it'd blow over. It didn't. By the next morning, she'd told everyone, Mom, my aunts, even Ethan's parents, that I was making moves on Ethan. She'd twisted that one stupid moment into something ugly. I tried to defend myself. It was just a beer. He was being nice. But Victoria had this way of making her version sound like gospel. She showed Mom texts I'd sent her about helping with Ava, spinning them to sound Ethan stayed quiet, avoiding my eyes. I felt like I was drowning in their silence. Mom called me that night. I was in the guest room, staring at the ceiling, when my phone buzzed. "Riley," she said, her voice cold, "you need to figure this out. If you stay there, acting like that, don't call me your mother anymore." I couldn't breathe. My own mom? The woman who braided my hair, who cried when I graduated high school? She believed Victoria over me. "Mom, please, I didn't do anything," I begged, just like that. I was alone. The next day, Victoria handed me a box of my stuff. "You should go," she said, not even looking at me. Ethan stood in the doorway, muttering something about keeping the peace. I wanted to scream, to shake them, to make them see the truth. But I didn't. I just took my bags and left, the weight of their accusations crushing me. Where was I supposed to go? I had no money, no plan, no family anymore. All because of a lie. How do you even process that? Your own cousin, your own mom, turning on you over something that never happened. I kept replaying that barbecue moment, wondering what I'd done wrong. Was it my smile, my dress, me? I felt like garbage, like I didn't belong anywhere. I ended up crashing on a coworker's couch, promising myself I'd never let them see me break. But God, it hurt. It hurt so much. I'm sprawled on Mia's lumpy couch, staring at my phone, scrolling through old family group chats. It's been weeks since I left Victoria's house, and the silence from Mom stings like a fresh cut. No texts, no calls, nothing, just me, alone, trying to piece my life back together. Mia, my coworker at the clothing store where I'm now folding jeans for minimum wage, is the only one who's got my back. She's loud, nosy, and the best kind of friend. The one who doesn't let you wallow. You're better off without them, she says, tossing me a bag of chips. But am I? Really? Work keeps me busy, but my mind's a mess. Every night I replay that barbecue, that stupid beer, Victoria's accusing glare. Did I miss something? Was I too naive? I keep thinking about Ethan's smile, how it felt harmless at the time. Now it's like a puzzle piece that doesn't fit. I'm not dumb, I know something's off. But why was she so quick to paint me as the villain? It's like she needed a scapegoat. I was the easy target. One night, after a brutal shift, Mia drags me to a dive bar. Over cheap beers, she leans in, her voice low. You know Victoria's marriage isn't all roses, right? My stomach flips. What do you mean? I ask, gripping my glass. Mia's got this friend, Sarah, who works with Ethan at his real estate firm. Apparently, Ethan's been working late. A lot. Like, a lot. Sarah's seen him at office happy hours, cozying up to some coworker named nothing concrete, but enough to raise eyebrows. And get this, Mia says, eyes wide. Sarah says Victoria's been paranoid about him for months, way before you moved in. I sit there, stunned. Paranoid? Months? My brain's racing, connecting dots I didn't even know were there. Was Victoria's accusation about me just a way to deflect? To keep everyone focused on me instead of her crumbling marriage? I feel sick. She lied, I whisper, more to myself than Mia. She lied about me. Mia nods, sipping her beer. Sounds like she needed someone to blame, and you were right there. I can't sleep that night. I'm pacing Mia's tiny apartment, my phone burning a hole in my hand. I start digging through old texts, emails, anything I can find, and then I see it. A message thread between Victoria and Mom from the week of the barbecue. Victoria sent screenshots of my texts to her, mundane stuff like, Ava's napping, need anything from the store? But Victoria's commentary twists it all. She's too comfortable around Ethan, she wrote. I don't trust her. My jaw drops. She took my words, my help, and turned it into something dirty? How could she do that? How could Mom believe her? I'm shaking, angry tears stinging my eyes. I want to call Mom, scream that she's been played. But I know she won't listen. She didn't before. Instead, I keep scrolling, finding more. Victoria sent Mom a photo from the barbecue, me holding that beer, smiling at Ethan. It looks so innocent to me, but Victoria's caption says, see, she's flirting. Flirting? I was just standing there. My chest tightens. It's like she built a whole story out of nothing, and everyone bought it. Everyone except me. The next day at work, I'm distracted, folding the same shirt over and over. Mia notices. You okay? She asks, tossing a pair of jeans at me. I shake my head. She set me up, Mia. She made it all up. Saying it out loud makes it real. Victoria didn't just misunderstand me, she chose to lie. To protect herself. To hurt me. I don't know. But it's betrayal, plain and simple. And Mom? She didn't even ask for my... That hurts worse than anything. I start piecing things together. Ethan's late nights, Victoria's cold stares, the way she'd snap at him over nothing. It wasn't about me, it was about them. Their marriage was cracking and I was the perfect distraction. I feel like an idiot for not seeing it sooner. But also, God, I'm so angry. Angry at Victoria for lying, at Ethan for staying quiet mom, for choosing her over me. But what good would it do? They've already decided who I am. I'm not giving up, though. I can't. Mia keeps me grounded, letting me crash at her place while I save up for my own. I'm working extra shifts, picking up every hour I can. It's exhausting, but it's something. A step. I'm not that girl crying in Victoria's guest room anymore. I'm done begging for them to see me. But I'm keeping those screenshots, those twisted messages. Why? I don't know yet. Maybe to remind myself what they may be, to prove I'm not crazy. Every night I lie on that couch, staring at the ceiling, wondering how my family could turn on me so fast. Was I that disposable, that easy to erase? The hurt's still there, sharp and raw, but something else is growing too: anger, determination. I'm not going to let Victoria's lie define me. I'm going to figure out how to move forward, even if it's just me against the world. Because if they can betray me like this, what else are they hiding? And how do I make them face it? I'm sitting in a coffee shop, my laptop open, pretending to work. My hands are shaking, but not from the double espresso. It's been years since I left that house, since the lie that tore my life apart. I've built something new, a job as a UX designer, a tiny apartment, a life that's mine. But then my phone buzzes. A message from her. Help? After what she did? I want to laugh, scream, throw my phone across the room. Instead, I type back. Fine. Meet me here tomorrow. Why did I agree? I don't know. Maybe I need to see her face. Maybe I need answers. The next day, she walks in, looking like a shadow of her old self. No sleek ponytail, no designer bag, just tired eyes and a forced smile. I'm clutching those screenshots on my phone, the ones I've kept like a wound I can't stop picking at. She sits down, fidgeting, and starts talking. I'm in a bad spot, she says, voice low. And I were done. He cheated with some girl from his office. I lost my job too. I heard you're doing well. I thought maybe you could help me get something at your company. I stare at her, my jaw tight. Help her? Is she serious? After she painted me as a homewrecker? After she turned my own mom against? I lean back, crossing my arms. You think I'd help you? After everything, my voice is steady, but inside, I'm a mess. Anger, hurt, disbelief, it's all crashing together. She blinks, like she didn't expect me to push back. Riley, I know things got messy, but messy? I cut her off, pulling out my phone. I open the screenshots, those twisted texts she sent Mom, and slide it across the table. Messy? You lied. You told everyone I was after your husband. You made me the bad guy to save your crumbling marriage. And now, you want my help? Her face goes pale. She stares at the screen, her mouth opening, then closing. I didn't mean for it to go that far, she stammers. Didn't mean it? I'm shaking now, my voice rising. You didn't mean to ruin my life, to make my own mom disown me. I was homeless, Victoria. I had nothing. Because of you, I'm done holding this in. I kept these, I say, pointing at the phone, to remind myself why we're strangers, why I can't trust you. She starts crying, big, messy sobs. I was scared, she says. Ethan was pulling away, and I thought if I made it about you, he'd stay. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Sorry? The word feels like a slap. I want to believe her, but it's too late. You didn't just lie, I say, my voice low now, sharp. You destroyed me. And you didn't even blink, just this burning clarity. She chose to hurt me. She doesn't get to play victim now. My phone buzzes again. It's Mom. She's been texting lately, trying to fix things. I ignore it, but Victoria notices. Your mom, she feels bad, she says, like that's supposed to mean something. I laugh, bitter. Oh, now she feels bad. Where was she when I was ducking her to listen? When she told me I wasn't her daughter anymore? Victoria flinches, but I keep going. You both decided I was nothing. You don't get to come back now. I'm standing now, my heart pounding. The whole coffee shop feels too small, too loud. I trusted you, I say, my voice breaking. I trusted both of you, and you threw me away. She's sobbing harder, muttering apologies, but they're empty. I grab my phone, my bag, and walk out. My hands are trembling, but I feel alive, like I've finally said what's been choking me for years. Why didn't I do this sooner? Why did I let their lie define me for so long? Later that night, I'm back at my apartment, staring at those screenshots again. Mom's calling now, leaving voicemails I don't listen to. "We need to talk, Riley," she says in one. Talk? Now? After she believed Victoria without a second thought? I'm done being the one who begs. I text her back. You chose her. Live with it. It feels cold, final, but it's the truth. I'm not her doormat anymore. I lie in bed, my mind racing. Victoria's apology keeps echoing, but it doesn't fix anything. It doesn't erase the nights I cried myself to sleep on Mia's couch, the months I felt worthless. But something's shifting inside me. I'm angry, yeah, but I'm also free. For the first time, I'm not carrying their weight. I confronted her. I said my piece. And now I'm wondering what comes next. Do I let this go? Or do I make sure she feels the consequences? Because if she thinks she can just waltz back into my life, she's got another thing coming. I'm at my desk, staring at my laptop, Victoria's email sitting in my inbox like a ticking bomb. "Please, just forward my resume," she wrote. "I'm desperate, desperate." That word sticks in my throat. I know desperate. I felt it when I was couch surfing, scraping by, cut off from everyone I loved because of her lies. Now she's the one begging. Part of me wants to delete the email and move on, but another part, the part that's been carrying those screenshots for years, wants her to face what she did. Not out of spite, out of fairness. She doesn't get to just skate by. I lean back in my chair, my fingers hovering over the keyboard. I could ignore her, let her figure it out, but that's too easy. She needs to know actions have consequences. I open her resume, and it's pathetic. Gaps in employment, vague references. She's been out of work since her divorce, probably because her reputation as a journalist took a hit. I've heard whispers through Mia, who still knows people in Victoria's circle. Apparently, she's burned bridges, snapping at colleagues, missing deadlines. Karma's already working, but I'm not done. My company's hiring. It's a solid place, big on integrity, thorough with background checks. I know how this works. I've seen candidates get rejected for less than what Victoria's done, so I make a decision. Not cruel, just calculated. I forward her resume to HR, attaching a polite note. Recommendation. Victoria's application. I don't mention her past. I don't need to. The truth has a way of surfacing. I hit send, and a weight lifts off my chest. Done. If she's honest, maybe she'll get a shot. But if her lies catch up, that's on her. A week later, I get a call from Sarah, my friend who knows Ethan's coworker. "You won't believe this," she says, laughing. "Victoria's application got flagged. Some old colleague of hers spilled everything. How she faked sources, stirred drama to get ahead. They're not touching her." I'm not surprised, but I feel this quiet satisfaction. Not glee, just justice. "Thanks for the heads up," I say, keeping my voice steady. Inside, I'm thinking, she did this to herself. Was I harsh? Maybe, but fair? Absolutely. Mom's been calling more, leaving voicemails that sound like she's trying to rewrite history. "We need to move past this," she says in one. Move past it like I can just forget her choosing Victoria's lies over me? I'm done being her doormat. I text her back. "I love you, Mom, but I'm done being your scapegoat. You want to fix this? Start with the truth." She doesn't respond. I didn't expect her to. But saying it, setting that boundary, feels like reclaiming a piece of myself. I'm not begging for her approval anymore. I start seeing a therapist, someone Mia recommended. It's weird at first, spilling my guts to a stranger, but it helps. I talk about the barbecue, the betrayal, the years of carrying their rejection like a stone in my chest. "You're allowed to protect your peace," my therapist says. "Protect my peace." Those words stick. I've spent so long feeling guilty for being angry, for wanting justice. But why should I? They broke me first. Now, I'm choosing me. Work's going well. I'm designing interfaces for an app, making things that help people. It's not just a job, it's proof I'm not the failure they made me feel like. I'm saving up, planning to move to a better apartment, maybe one with a view. I'm not there yet, but I'm close. Closer than I ever thought I'd be when I was sleeping on Mia's couch, wondering if I'd ever feel okay again. Victoria texts me again, a long, rambling message about how the job fell through, how she's trying to be better. I don't respond. I don't owe her anything. Those screenshots are still on my phone, but I don't look at them as often now. They're not a wound anymore, just a reminder, a line in the sand. She crossed it, and I'm not letting her back. I'm sitting on my balcony one night, sipping tea, the city lights blinking in the distance. I think about how far I've come. From that guest room, that barbecue, that crushing moment when Mom hung up on me. I could have stayed broken. I could have let their lie define me. But I didn't. I fought for this life, this peace. And Victoria, she's facing her own mess now. Not because I sabotaged her, but because the truth always catches up. Isn't that how it's supposed to? I'm not done healing. Some days the hurt creeps back, sharp and sudden. But I'm stronger now. I've got Mia, my work, my therapist. I've got me. And that's enough. For the first time, I feel like I'm in control. Not of them, but of my story. What's next? I don't know yet. But whatever it is, it's mine to write. I'm sitting at a community center, surrounded by a group of young women, all eyes on me. I'm leading a workshop, teaching them how to navigate job applications, how to stand up for themselves in a world that doesn't always listen. It's volunteer work, something I started doing a few months ago. Their faces, hopeful, nervous, determined, remind me of myself, back when I was piecing my life together on Mia's couch. I tell them, "You're enough. Don't let anyone make you feel less." It's advice I wish someone had given me years ago. Hell, it's advice I'm still learning to believe. Victoria's gone quiet. No more texts, no more pleas for help. Word through the grapevine is she moved to another state, chasing a fresh start. Sure, her career's a mess, her reputation in tatters after that job rejection spread like wildfire. I don't feel joy hearing it, but I don't feel guilty either. She built her own cage, lied, manipulated, burned bridges. I didn't push her in. I just let her walk. Not revenge, not cruelty, just letting the truth do its work. Mom still calls sometimes, her voicemail's softer now, like she's trying to find the right words. "I miss you," she said in the last one. "I listen, but I don't call back. I'm not ready. Maybe I never will be. I love her, I always will, but love doesn't erase what she did. She chose a lie over me, hung up when I begged her to listen. That's not something you just move past." I sent her one text weeks ago. She hasn't pushed since. It's a small victory, but it feels huge. I'm not her scapegoat anymore. I'm free. I'm lying in bed one night, the city humming outside my window. My new apartment's small, but it's mine. Plants on the sill, a cozy rug I splurged on. I think about how far I've come. From that humiliating barbecue, those twisted screenshots, the nights I felt worthless. I could have stayed there, let their betrayal define me, but I didn't. I clawed my way out, got a job I love, friends who feel like family, a purpose that keeps me grounded. Was it worth it? Yeah, it was. Every tear, every sleepless night, it brought me here. Therapy's been a game changer. My therapist keeps asking, "What do you owe them?" At first, I didn't know how to answer. I thought I owed Mom loyalty, Victoria forgiveness, but now I owe them nothing. I owe myself everything. My peace, my strength, my truth. I still have those screenshots tucked away in a folder on my phone. I don't look at them much anymore. They're not a wound now, just a scar, a reminder of what I survived. Mia's over for dinner and we're laughing over burnt pizza, my fault for getting distracted by a work email. She's my rock, always has been. "You're killing it," she says, raising her glass of cheap wine. They don't get to claim this. She's right. They don't. Not Victoria. Not Mom. Not Ethan with his coward silence. This life, my life, is mine. Sometimes I wonder what I'd say if I saw Victoria again. Part of me wants to ask, was it worth it? Destroying me to save yourself? But I don't need her answer. Her life's falling apart and mine's coming together. That's enough. I don't need her to grovel or mom to beg. I don't need their validation. I've got my own. I'm walking home from the community center one evening, the air crisp, leaves crunching under my boots. I pass a family on the sidewalk, a mom, a dad, a little girl with pigtails. For a second, it stings. I wanted that once, that easy closeness. But then I keep walking, and the sting fades. I've got my own family now. Mia, my coworkers, the women I mentor. They show up. They listen. They see me. I'm okay now, really okay. The hurt's still there, tucked away in a quiet corner of my heart, but it doesn't rule me anymore. I'm not that girl crying in a guest room or pacing an apartment or shaking in a coffee shop. I'm stronger, wiser, maybe a little harder around the edges, but I'm free. Free to laugh, to dream, to build a life that's mine. And if that's not justice, I don't know what is. As I unlock my door, I glance at my phone. No missed calls, no desperate texts, just a message from Mia. Proud of you. I smile, set the phone down, and step into my apartment. It's not perfect, but it's home. And for the first time in years, I feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. If this hit close to home, hit subscribe, drop a comment, and let's talk. I'm here, and I listen.